I need you to pause for these 2 brief minutes, so that your heart may become still and recognize that the healing I have for you is being awakened in the light of my love. My beloved child, this moment has not come to you as a random thing in the hurried stream of life. There are times when I call you not with a loud sound, but with a very gentle stirring in the heart, with a deep awareness that you are being seen, remembered, and called by name in the tenderness of heaven. I know your body has grown tired. I know there are pains you cannot fully explain in words, exhaustion you have had to hide behind an ordinary appearance, nights when you sighed in silence and told yourself you had to keep going for one more day. But I say to you, you have not been forgotten in that pain. I was there, closer to you than the very breaths you used to rise again. There are things being arranged in the hidden realm that your eyes have not yet fully seen. I have sent messengers of light around you, not to confuse you, but to remind you that heaven's care is still covering your life. What you thought was only silent endurance, I have remembered. What you believed no one could understand, I have understood for a long time. In the place where your body once carried the marks of weariness, I am placing a reminder of life. In the place where your mind was once covered with anxiety, I am lighting the lamp of peace. In the place where your heart once trembled because of disappointment, I am placing my compassionate hand to soothe what has hurt for too long. Hear me, not only with your ears, but with a humble openness of heart. Your pain has never been something I took lightly. I saw every night when you lay still, while everything inside you was not still. I saw every time you tried to smile so others would not worry, while you yourself needed to be lifted up. I saw the times when you prayed, but your words became choked. The times when you did not know what to ask for, except a little strength to keep walking. You drew deep breaths to keep yourself from collapsing. You have endured more than others could guess. But I do not guess about you. I know you. I know where you are hurting. I know where you are depleted. I know where you need rest, restoration, and a touch of tenderness that the world cannot give in full. And because I know, I am drawing near to you as the father who cannot ignore the sigh of his child. The healing I bring does not touch only one visible part of your life. I want to restore even the way you see yourself after long seasons of weakness. I want to remove from you the feeling that you are a burden, that you are too slow, too weak, too far away to be made new. No, my beloved child, you are not a nuisance in my eyes. You are the one I love, the child I cherish, the one I still call by name, even when you feel you no longer have enough strength to respond. I do not despise your trembling. I do not blame you for the days when you are afraid. I do not turn away when you are no longer strong. I bend down to where you lie in weariness, and I speak peace over you. There may have been times when you heard words that made your heart heavier. There may have been conclusions, diagnoses, and unclear things that caused your mind to turn in circles of worry. I do not deny what you are facing, nor do I tell you to pretend that everything is light. I am the one of truth, and I meet you within that truth. But I also want you to know that your present circumstance is not the final voice over your life. Confusion can give way to clarity. Fear can give way to faith. Weakness can be supported day by grace. When you need wisdom, I will lead you to the right care. When you need patience, I will be with you in every small step. When you need hope, I will rekindle that lamp within your heart. Do not think restoration only means everything changes in one radiant moment. Sometimes healing begins very quietly. One night when you sleep more peacefully. One morning when your heart feels less heavy. One thought that no longer torments you as before. A little strength returning in something you thought you could no longer do. Do not take lightly the small signs of life. Do not despise gentle movements. I know how to rebuild you not through haste, but through daily faithfulness. I know how to water the dry land again, how to bring warmth back to what was cold, how to teach you to believe that your body is not your enemy, but a place that needs to be loved, cared for, supported, and listened to. Right now, I want you to lay down the burden of self-blame. Lay down the question of why you are not better as quickly as you wished. Lay down the shame of needing rest. Lay down the feeling that you must prove you are fine before you can be loved. You do not need to pretend before me. Come to me with all your truth, your pain, your weariness, your worry, your weakness, and the hope that is still very small. I can take even those small things and nurture them into fullness. I can place peace where there has been chaos. I can teach you how to care for yourself without guilt. I can lead you through this season with wisdom, so that you know when to rest, when to seek help, when to be silent, when to speak, and when to allow others to help carry you. My beloved child, the heavy things you have carried do not define you. Pain is not your name. Weakness is not your identity. Difficult days are not your whole story. I have written over you a deeper calling. You are loved, held, restored, and led in the light. When I touch your life, I do not only touch outward symptoms, I also touch the deeper layers of fear, disappointment, loneliness, and weariness. I want you to be healed in the way you rest, in the way you hope, in the way you speak to yourself, in the way you believe the future still holds good things prepared for you. Therefore, in this moment, slow your breathing and let your heart soften before me. Receive peace like a gentle drop of dew falling upon dry ground. Let my word cover every hurting place, every weary memory, every worry weighing upon you. I do not ask you to understand everything today. I only invite you to believe that you are not alone. I am moving in your life in ways that are gentle yet powerful. I am opening a path toward clarity, toward support, toward restoration at the proper time. I am calling you back to hope, not a blind hope, but a hope anchored in my love. Keep your heart in trust. My child, care for your body as a gift that needs to be cherished. Listen to the signs of weariness without despising them. Receive help when you need it. And do not call that weakness. I can use prayer, rest, the hands of those who know how to care, the wisdom of those who have been given understanding, and very small moments of peace to lead you onto the path of restoration. What I am doing within you is not abandonment to chance, but the companionship of a loving Father. Today, let your heart hear this. I see you. I am with you. I am lifting you up. And step by step, my light will continue to pass through painful places to bring you into deeper peace, newer life, and firmer faith in my embrace. Heaven is touching the earth in the direction of your life. And I want you to understand that everything you have overcome has not been meaningless. You did not survive seasons of pain, days of testing, long nights of tears, and silences that seemed unheard, only to keep standing in confusion. That battle did not come to end you. I used it to prepare you for this very moment. There are things you thought were brokenness, but under my hand, they became places where I laid the foundation for deeper restoration. There are things you thought were losses, but I am turning them into open spaces where something new can be planted. There are wounds you thought would forever remind you of sorrow, but I can make them become signs of grace. Places where others look and know that I am still the one who lifts up, heals, and renews. My beloved child, when I move in your life, I do not come merely to patch cracked places so you can temporarily stand again. I come to restore. I come to rebuild. I come to breathe new breath into the places that were once depleted. I do not work halfway, and I do not leave my work unfinished in you. What was once shattered in your life will not forever carry the shape of disappointment. Under my light, even the fragments can become a testimony of beauty. Under my hand, things once regarded as having no value can be rebuilt into an altar of gratitude. I do not despise your fragile parts. I do not turn my face away from the places where you feel shame. I enter those very places with the tenderness of a father, so that you may know my love does not only seek you when you are strong, but also embraces you when you no longer know how to lift yourself. Remember that true faith does not need to be loud in order to be strong. There are times when a single reaching out in silence is enough to express a heart that has placed its trust fully in me. There are moments when you no longer have enough words for a long prayer, yet one quiet cry from within still touches my mercy. I see your reaching out on the days when you still try to believe, though you have not seen results. I see your reaching out when you choose hope instead of despair, peace instead of panic, remaining with me instead of turning away in weariness. And I tell you that my power is still living, still near, still able to touch the deepest places within you. Places human words cannot reach and worldly comfort cannot fill. I am not the one who only gives beautiful promises for you to hear while you continue waiting in emptiness. I am the one who completes what I begin. I am the one who knows how to bring a story that seems scattered back into order. I am the one who can soothe what has been wounded, lighten what has been heavy, and illuminate what has been covered by fear with peace. The healing I bring you is not only so you may feel better for a moment, it is a testimony being formed. It is the story that one day you will tell, not in the voice of one defeated, but in the voice of one who has been led through the valley and has seen the light. I will use the very things that tried to break you to open a way for mercy to touch many others. What once made you cry may become a birthplace of hope for someone else who is crying. What once made you think you could not stand may become evidence that my grace is stronger than collapse. You will remember this day not as a random moment when you read a few lines and forgot them. You will remember it as a marker, a place in the journey where your heart was awakened, a moment when you sensed that I was not as far away as you once feared. This may be the day you begin to see your story with different eyes. This may be the day you stop calling yourself left behind and begin to realize that you are being preserved. This may be the day you understand that restoration does not always come like thunder resounding in the sky, but sometimes comes like a gentle stream flowing into the driest place within you. I am writing healing into your story with the handwriting of kindness. I am placing hope back into the places once occupied by doubt. I am causing the deep places within you to remember that you belong to me. And what belongs to me will not be abandoned in ruin. You are not forgotten. You have not gone too far for me to touch you. You are not too broken for me to restore. You are mine, and I will not leave you sitting forever among the fragments of yesterday. I know every breath you take, every weariness you hide, every anxiety you try to overcome, every trembling you do not want anyone to notice. I know the places within you that need to be soothed, supported, and reordered in peace. I made you with wisdom, and I know how to call every part of you back into harmony with my goodwill. From strength, mind, emotions, memory, breath, and every step you take, I am inviting you to enter uprightness, rest, and trust. No part of you is too small for me to care about. No pain of yours is too quiet for me to hear. Therefore, loosen the hand that has been gripping too tightly the things you cannot control. Lay down the fear that you will always be this way. Let my presence enter the place you tried to lock away because of pain. Let your heart open to my gentleness, not by force, but through faith that your Father is still near. I am not telling you to deny what you have gone through, nor am I telling you to pretend that nothing has ever hurt you. I only invite you to look at those things in my light, where sorrow is no longer the final period, where weariness is no longer your identity, and where what once weakened you no longer has the right to decide what your future will be. From today, to begin to listen to the life being stirred up again within you. Pay attention to the small signs of peace. Treasure the moments when you can breathe more deeply. Believe a little more. Stand firm one more day. Love without bitterness, and hope without blaming yourself for having once been disappointed. These are the tender shoots of restoration. Do not take them lightly. I am working within you more deeply than natural eyes can see. I am rebuilding what once was shaken. I am renewing what once grew old and worn. I am calling you into a wholeness that does not come from your own strength, but from my enduring love. Believe that what I am doing within you is real. Believe that your story is not over. Believe that your healing is still being written in grace. And I, your compassionate Father, will not remove my hand from the good work I have begun in you. You see, your body is not only what the natural eye can see, but a temple I have built with love, wisdom, and holy purpose. You are not a creature abandoned among pains, nor a life born to carry nameless heaviness forever. I placed within you breath, life, light, and dignity. I created you as a place able to carry my good presence. And when that presence draws near, darkness cannot remain at ease as if it had the right. Fear must step back before peace. Pain is no longer allowed to speak as master. The things that once made you tremble cannot continue to build a throne in your heart, because I am entering that place with a power that is gentle yet impossible to resist. My beloved child, I did not create you to believe that suffering is your identity. I do not call you by the name of illness. Do not identify you by seasons of weakness. Do not measure your value by days when you lie down in weariness, or by the times when you try to smile while inwardly emptied of strength. I created you so that my glory may be revealed through your rising, through your restoration, through the way you are still lifted after the things that seem to make you collapse. Some people see only your wounds, but I see testimony. Some remember you only in the days when your heart was weak, but I see the day when you step out with new light. What I am about to do within you is not only to soothe the pain, but to make you understand that my hand has never left you. Do not let what you have been through convince you that I am far away. Seasons of silence are not proof of absence. Days when you do not feel me do not mean I have turned my back. I was nearer to you than the breath you held back when trying not to cry. I embraced you in the moments when you thought you were invisible to everyone. I strengthened you when you no longer knew how to take another step. I whispered in the deep place that you should hold on, remain, and not let go. Even when everything in you wanted to stop, you thought you had overcome by yourself. But it was my grace that carried you through every stretch of road you could not have walked alone. And now, I do not only whisper to comfort you, I am acting to restore you. You once asked me through tears whether I was still listening, but I never stopped listening. You once wondered whether your prayers reached me, but every one of them was before me from the moment before you could finish speaking. You cried silently and asked whether I cared, but my love has never grown weary of you. I have watched over you like a father who refuses to let go. A father who knows when to protect, when to wait for you to strengthen again, when to lift you up, and when to command restoration to begin moving in your life. Recognize this: the place where you stand is not an ordinary moment. This is holy ground of encounter, the place where your heart is invited to open before what I am doing. I need your full attention. Not because I lack glory, but because you need to recognize what is being given so you will not pass by it in distraction. There are blessings that arrive so gently that if your heart is too noisy, you will not hear them. There are restorations that begin like a small stream, and if you only search for loud thunder, you will not notice that water is flowing. Pause for a moment. My child, let your mind rest from fear. Let your heart stop preparing itself for the worst. Let your heart return to me, for I am coming not to punish, but to heal and rebuild. Behind the things you see, breakthrough is being formed. What you call delay may be where I am rearranging the road. What you call silence may be where I am preparing a deeper answer. What you call weakness may be where I am laying the foundation for new strength. You do not see everything, but I do. You do not know every battle that was blocked before it could touch you, but I know. You do not know how many times I kept you from what would have broken you further, but I did. Beside you there is guardianship sent forth not to debate whether you are worthy. For my love for you is not balanced on the scale of perfection. That guardianship is preparing the way, removing obstacles, and lifting you from the place where you have stayed too long. Heaven has spoken over you in love. You are loved. You are called. You are being restored. Let these words enter the place where you once doubted. Let them touch the regions you learned to hide because you feared disappointment. You do not need to prove you are strong enough before I touch you. You do not need to be perfect before I support you. You only need to open your heart and agree with the light. Today, agree with healing. Agree with freedom. Agree with what I am speaking over your life. Instead of continuing to agree with the old words that made you afraid, there is power in what you receive. When you agree with life, you begin to turn away from despair. When you agree with peace, you no longer give the throne to anxiety. When you agree with me, you allow my grace to go deeply into the places you once locked away. Do not think healing is only one moment that flares up and then disappears. I want to bring you into a deep process where layer after layer of pain is untied with tenderness. Heavy memories are laid down, and every fear is replaced by trust. Perhaps your body needs time to grow strong again. Perhaps your heart needs time to learn how to rest. Perhaps your thoughts need to be renewed day by day so they no longer run back to the old paths of panic. But believe this: what I begin will not be abandoned unfinished. I do not place my hand upon you only to leave halfway. I do not call you near only to make you manage on your own. I am walking with you in every rhythm of recovery, every breath of peace, every small decision turned toward life. So stand in this hour as one who is loved, not as one condemned. Breathe deeply and let my peace cover you. Let heavy words fall from your shoulders. Let long-held fears lose their right to control. You no longer have to live as though pain is the final voice. You no longer have to bow your head before predictions that paralyze you. You can care for yourself with wisdom. Seek the right help when needed. Rest when you must rest. And still believe that I am working in ways beyond what you understand. True faith does not deny reality. It places reality beneath my light. And beneath that light, you are not abandoned, not forgotten, not destined to remain forever in the old condition. Today, I call you to step into holy agreement with what is good. Say yes to the life being renewed within you. Say yes to peace instead of panic. Say yes to restoration instead of despair. Say yes to me, the one who was beside you in the dark night and remains beside you as dawn begins to open. You will not walk alone. I will lift you when you are weak, guide you when the path is not yet clear, protect you when you are fragile, and teach you to live from the place of being loved rather than from the place of being wounded. This is the moment when you are reminded that I am still acting, that restoration is still at work, and that, in my hand, you will see light return piece by piece until your joy is rebuilt once more. I am the one who opened eyes once sunk in darkness, opened ears once closed, lifted the fallen to stand, and called life to rise where there seemed to be no hope. My beloved child, do you truly think your circumstance is beyond my hand? Is there anything in your life too great for me to touch? Too tangled for me to untie? Too painful for me to heal? Too late for me to renew? Let your heart become still and hear me speak. What you are facing is not greater than my power. And what you have endured is not greater than the good I am preparing to pour upon you. You have looked at your situation for so long that sometimes you forget to look up to the one who stands above every situation. You have counted the things that are lacking, the times you failed, the doors that closed, the promises that seemed delayed. and you have wondered whether change can still happen. But I am not limited by the length of your waiting, nor am I hindered by what others call impossible. When I enter a circumstance, paralysis must give way to movement. Despair must give way to light, and what seemed buried will be called back with new breath. There were times when you thought you had to be strong enough first before I would come, that you had to stand up on your own before I would support you, that you had to prove yourself worthy before I would open the way. But I tell you that my love does not work that way. I draw near to you even in your weakness. I bend down to where you are weary. I do not wait for you to save yourself before giving grace. I enter the very place where you are most powerless, so that you may know your restoration does not come from your own strength, but from my inexhaustible kindness. Therefore, do not let hurried voices out there deceive you into thinking that a few secret words, a few quick actions, or some shortcut can replace true guidance. I do not want you swept away by promises that disturb your heart and make you chase wealth out of fear of missing out. What I give does not confuse you, does not drag you into panic, and does not make you lose peace. Provision that comes from me always carries wisdom, uprightness, and a heart preserved in the light. Remember, my beloved child, I can open financial pathways for you, bring help at the right time, and turn around situations that seemed completely blocked. But I also want to heal the way you view provision. I do not want you to live in fear, lack, and haste. I want you to walk in mature faith, able to distinguish what is true from what merely glitters outwardly, able to take hold of opportunity with clarity, and able to release invitations that do not carry the mark of peace. The voice I am speaking over you now is not a voice pushing you to chase what is unclear, but a call for you to stand firm in trust. Let me touch the place where you are hurting, the place where you are worried, the place where you feel stuck. I will lead you step by step. Open what must be opened. Close what must be closed. Place life where there has been dryness, and give you strength to rise. You are not beyond my reach. You are not outside my plan. And what I am about to do in you will make you understand that no circumstance is too far for my love to reach and make new.